Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Karina and today I am very excited to show you guys how I plan my weeks and my days and the things that I use and the tools that I use to keep my life very organized. I have a lot of important information, so let's just get straight into it. You're gonna need a couple of apps. I'm gonna talk a little bit about each one just so you know why I use each one and if you wanna use or implement that app in your routine. But along with those apps, you're also gonna need a planner. Again, everyone can tailor this routine to however they may want, or they could just take bits and pieces of it and implement it into their own routines. I think that the planner is essential just for me because it really kind of has everything in one place. It's like a backup. It's like nothing can get deleted, nothing can be lost, nothing can be checked off by accident. But you are gonna be needing a calendar app. So you can either use Google Calendar or the iPhone one. I don't know how to use any other type of calendar app because those are the ones that I have used. You're gonna need your reminders app. So hopefully Samsung or another type of phone has reminders app because I know iPhone does, and that's the one that I use. And then lastly, the last app is called Dawn, and I have recently found out about this app by one of my friends who showed it to me, and it has just been a game changer. I love it so much and I'm very excited to show you guys how to implement this app in such an efficient way. Okay, so before I actually go into like the steps that you're gonna be needing to do weekly, I'm gonna kind of explain what each app is gonna be used for. Firstly, that calendar app is gonna be used for things that you are actually gonna be at. So work, school, classes, appointments, anything that like you're actually gonna go to and you're gonna actually like leave your house and do. Or if you have like a Zoom meeting or whatever, you can also put that in because you have like, it's like a time commitment that is non-negotiable. It's not something that you can just like transfer around based on like how much you've gotten done or whatever. Like you have to do it at that time. The reminders app is more for things that are very urgent, like not urgent in terms of time, but more urgent in terms of that you cannot forget it, that it's very important, and that if you forget it, there's more serious consequences than just not doing that assignment that day instead of just doing it the next day. Examples could be pick up someone that needs to be picked up at a certain time, or paying a bill that's kind of more time sensitive if you're like paying a bill that's due a certain day. So the Dawn app is going to be used for the things that you plan to do on a daily basis. So things that you might implement might be like a homework assignment that you want to do that day, working out, reading, anything that you want to do on a daily basis. It doesn't have to be the same thing every single day, obviously, but things that you want to do on a daily basis. Okay, so getting into actually how I schedule and how I implement these apps and these techniques into my scheduling and how I make it so successful. So you're gonna write everything down on a piece of paper, a to-do list. I have a little pad that says to-do list, and then I write every single thing down that I need to do for the entire week. It's ideal that you do this on a Sunday. So you sit down, you look at all the homework assignments you have, if you have them, you look at any time commitments that you have, you look at anything that you want to accomplish throughout the week, you look at working out, you look at reading, you look at business goals, you look at anything of the sort that you really want to accomplish that week or that you need to do that week. Don't write down on this list school and classes because those are going to be in your calendar on your phone. So there's no need to write that again because this is more of a to-do list than a commitment kind of step. Obviously, before writing everything down on your to-do list, since I already have everything in my calendar and that's just how I function, that's not really a step that I take. But if you are going to be taking this step and following my exact routine, you are going to be needing to take some time to actually go into your calendar and kind of input everything that you're going to be doing. Anything as far as you can remember. That's what I do. As far as you can remember, every single thing that you remember, put it in. Work, school, classes, appointments, nail appointments, doctor's appointments, hanging out with this person, hanging out with that person. Put it in. Everything that you can remember, put it in. Things that with time commitment. So once you put that in, then you move on to this step. Make sure to write everything in categories so that it's not all over the place and everything doesn't get out of whack. It'll just be better for your brain. It's more understanding. It's more functional. I have a homework section and I do the homework assignments due per class per week. So if I have an economics class or like a psychology class, I'll write all the assignments for the first class and the second class or the third class or whatever in each category. But if you don't have school, you obviously don't need to do that, but do keep everything in a category, whatever it may be that you need to get done in that week. Of course, it's different for everyone. For me, I usually put in filming a YouTube video, editing. I implement social media things. I also implement personal time. I implement working out. I implement just things that I really want to get done, even if it's super insignificant, just to kind of set a goal and have that in mind. It's way more realistic that you'll get things done if you actually write it down and you actually plan that you're gonna do it, whereas you're just like, maybe I'll do it. You're not gonna do it if you do like that. I mean, maybe you will, but unlikely. I have a couple of tips on this step that are very unusual, but it's very effective in terms of helping you achieve what you want to achieve. Number one, incorporating anything into your calendar time commitment wise. Then also incorporate time that you want to spend with your friends and family. You can even spend time while you're creating your schedule, texting certain people that you want to meet up with and trying to set on a day and a plan, so that way you can put it in your schedule and you can work your schedule around what you think might happen. A tip on the tip is that you can even put tentative things. So for example, you can put tentative have lunch with mom or have dinner with your sister or go to the movies with your friend on a certain day or a certain time throughout the week, so that kind of reminds you to reach out to the people that you care about, so that you make time for not just your work but also your play. I would also recommend incorporating personal time into your schedule. That way you actually take time apart for it, not just maybe I'll get to it after I finish my to-do list. Try to genuinely make time for yourself, where you're not doing something that you have to do, where you can actually enjoy what you're doing, and then you can also work your schedule around that. And then lastly, the last tip I have before I go on to my next steps is to incorporate things that you normally wouldn't incorporate into your schedule. So for example, something that you've always been wanting to do but you've just never got into it. For me, a perfect example is what I did this past week, is that I told my sister, hey Kayla, I really want to talk to you about an idea I have for a potential business idea. So would you like to sit down with me this week at 4:30 on Thursday for an hour and just let me kind of get my ideas out on the table? Because that's how I kind of put my ideas into fruition. I have to talk to someone and kind of like go back and forth. So I actually put that into my calendar, something that I probably normally wouldn't have ever got into if I didn't do that. So now that you have all of that in mind, you have your calendar set up, you have your to-do list written down, everything is ready. Now is when you're actually gonna go and you're gonna plan out your week. This is the important part. This is the part that will make or break. So you're gonna get your planner. Hopefully you have one. You can obviously skip this step, but this is something that I like to do because it's like a backup, like I said, and it's kind of where I can put all my thoughts out on paper. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna look at your calendar app and you're gonna see, what do I have this week? What days are more busy and what days are less busy? So maybe this day I had planned I'm gonna see my sister and I'm gonna hang out with my sister, so I won't have the entire day. I'm not gonna put as much on my plate on that day because I'm probably not gonna get to it all. So once you have that in mind, you're gonna go into your planner. Monday through Sunday, you're just gonna write down and get through your entire to-do list and kind of spread it out throughout the week, wherever you think it might fit. I really want to encourage you guys to be realistic. Don't put too much on your plate on the days that you know you're going to be busier, because if you end up getting off track, which it's very likely to get off track, don't feel bad if you get off track, but the reality is that you probably will feel bad if you're off track. You're going to feel like you're super unaccomplished. Things are going to pile on to the next day, and then it's going to kind of disrupt the system, and you kind of want to avoid that. So even if it seems like you're not putting as much as you could do on a day, be more realistic. And that's probably a better idea than being too confident and then not getting it done. That'll just disrupt everything again. Just try to avoid that. Okay, so this next step, the last step, is my favorite step. It is literally a game changer. It's the app Dawn. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna get the app and you are going to kind of input all the to-do list and all the tasks that you have to complete for each day of the entire week, and you're going to input it in one go. So on Sunday, you're going to put in all the tasks for Monday, all the tasks for Tuesday, all the tasks for Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, and so on until the next Sunday. So what this app is going to do, it's going to kind of be like a digital planner for you. So not only do you have your regular planner, but you also have your digital planner. You can also obviously choose between both of these. You don't have to have both of them. I like to have both of them, again, because it's like a backup for someone who doesn't like to carry their planner with them everywhere. But you can also check off your to-do list throughout the day if you don't have your planner with you, if you are somewhere else, and you can still get your to-do list done. And when you wake up each day, you kind of have like a constant reminder of how your day might look like, how you might set it up, and what you can accomplish and what you might not be able to accomplish based on what you need to actually get done. I recommend, if you have an iPhone, to make a little widget. With the new iOS 14 update, you can make a widget, and I highly recommend making a widget for the Dawn app where it'll literally display all your to-do list on your actual home screen at all times. But I love that app and I highly recommend it. Just to kind of give you a little summary, first thing that you're gonna do is you're gonna set up your calendar if you haven't done so. Then the actual first step is writing everything down on the to-do list. You're gonna put it into your planner, you're gonna put it into the Dawn app, and you're gonna be set for the entire week. You're not gonna feel like you're ever forgetting anything. You're gonna feel like you have a productive week ahead of you, and it is just a great way to stay motivated throughout the week and not let the motivation that you start your week off to kind of dwindle off because you feel like you aren't being successful. Because we all know that getting less than what you actually want to get done throughout each and every day will start chipping away at your motivation day by day, and then at the end of it, you are just like not feeling it. You do not want to be doing it, and you're just done. So to prevent that, I highly recommend implementing all of these tips and tricks and apps and the system, because trust me when I tell you, it's very effective. But also remember to give yourself grace and understand that it's okay not to get every single thing done every single day. You have to live your life, and you can't be too hard on yourself in the process of that. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you end up trying out my system, please let me know in the comments down below, because I would love to hear how it works for you, or if you have any suggestions of your own. Give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you guys next week.